Welcome back to Appreciating Diversity. Now, on last week, we started talking about this thing called diversity and understanding that there's so much more to diversity than just race. Now, oftentimes when you hear this word diversity, it's paired with another word called inclusion. So when you think of inclusion, what comes to mind? You see, for me, when I think of inclusion, it's creating an environment in which everyone has a voice, everyone feels as though they belong, everyone has access to resources, and that they ultimately can be the best that they can be to help the team become successful. Understand this, diversity without inclusion is like the Energizer bunny without batteries. It's just not going to maximize the effort of the team unless you bring both of them together. You see, it's one thing to bring different personalities, different people into an environment. But if we don't use their talents and give them a choice and give them a voice also to be able to say something, then we're not really getting the strength from the team. So I want to challenge you to think about this thing called inclusion and understand that diversity is like inviting someone to the party. But inclusion is actually asking them to dance, saying, hey, listen, I know you're here, you're welcome, you're invited, I want to hear your voice. You see, all of us at some point in our time, our lifetime, we can remember a time when we were excluded. And truth be told, ladies and gentlemen, that sucks. When you're excluded, you don't feel as though you belong. If you remember that time, you remember how challenging and how difficult it was. So as leaders, it's our job to create an environment which everyone feels like they belong, they're included. I want to challenge you this week to go and find places and people on your team that may feel excluded. What can you do as a leader to be more inviting, to bring them in, to let them have a voice, to let them know that they belong on the team and that you want them to actually be there? By doing that, you begin to motivate and encourage people to be the best that they can be, and you'll see a huge change in your team just by you being more inclusive. Until next time, this is Alex Willis reminding you to get off the sideline, get in the game, be more inclusive, and win.